Well. Welcome to the Kit Taylor Talk Show, you all, where I am your host, Kit Taylor. Tell me if you guys are getting anything, background noise, or a notification. That would help me out a little bit. But thank you again for tuning in. Sorry I'm a little late because, sometimes you always have, every now and then you have technical difficulties, but I thank you for being patient. Thank you for locking in and tuning in. I always have a saying that when you come on tonight, please, I will beg you and urge you to give me a thumbs up, some likes and hearts and all that good stuff, and that encouraged me to go hard and go further. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Kit Taylor Talk Show, where I am your host, Kitrick Taylor. Tonight, you guys, I've been really battling this topic tonight, and when I say battling, as I was talking to somebody yesterday, I just started thinking back, over some of my players that are dealing with this topic that we're going to talk about, MS, and it's pretty tough. I've done a lot of shows on this line of this level, should I say. I've done shows on Alzheimer's. I've done shows on dementia, and so forth. But this is a very touchy, should I say, topic, because it seems like it's more and more prevalent. That means it's happening more and more, and you see it, should I say, more and more as you live and as you interact with people and as you are around people. But so tonight, all I want to do tonight is kind of like slowly, what's the word I'm trying to say, delve into it or dive into this topic, MS. Just a disclaimer, I want to let you know that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm not a counselor on that level. I'm just a talk show host who is bringing awareness to the topic that is and has been affecting and is affecting a lot of us out here in this world. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. But before that, let's take care of some house rules and house stuff. Like I said, tonight when you come on, please give me the thumbs up, and I'll try to get the comments. They're about to roll. If you're on now, and if you don't mind, it's just for a point of reference. Can you just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you hear me and that everything is clear on my end over here? So I just need your help with that. So that we'll keep it rolling, but just that would really help. I'm trying to get to the comments right now. I see one here. So just to let me know. And then the other thing is, while we're doing these shows, you guys, while I'm doing this show, I would ask that everything is done positive. I would ask that we really be sensitive about this type of disease, this type of topics, or the topics that I discuss in general, making sure that if we don't have anything positive to say, that we don't say anything at all. Keep your comments to yourself. But please, if you have positive thoughts, positive anything that's positive that can shed light, that can bring this topic or the topics that I discuss that would help. Please comment, because I do read comments as the show go on. I'm a one-man wrecking crew here, but I'll get to them, trust me. But I just wanted to let you know that. And once again, just thank you for tuning in. But every time you come in, if you would like to, even if you would like to put your name or where you at, not your name, but where you at, and this is me from New York or whatever, that helps me also. But please interact that way. So let's see. I want to make sure. Stephanie Barnes, thank you. Stephanie Barnes said it's clear. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning into the show. So let's get right into it, because I've told myself now that I'm back doing my shows. I won't make them long and drawn out. But I will tell you this, that tonight I'm just going to be introducing the direction of the show, the direction of where I want to go with this awareness show, and with the mindset of making sure that awareness is the main goal, just awareness of the show. So that's what I want to do first. And so tonight, now listen, I know that it's early. I never get into my shows this fast, but I am. I know that some of you guys, a lot of you guys may tune in later to the show. That's fine, but go back, rewind, do whatever you need to do. But I got to keep it going like a regular show. But tonight I'm going to ask you listeners, which really, in order for me, for you listeners, in order for me to get this ball rolling on this subject, I'm going to ask you guys a very, very, very touchy thing here, but as we continue to help people, help others, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your expression of what I want to see your expressions as far as, by your voice, basically. And if you are dealing with this topic, the topic tonight is, like I said, multiple sclerosis, MS. If you are dealing with that, or if you know someone that is dealing with that and don't mind sharing, to the people out there, please do so. And so what I'm trying to do is basically, I'm trying to get 3 episodes out of this topic. But so that if I can ask you guys to please, in other words, share. Let me know if you hear something. If anything that triggers in your mind that can add to the show, please do so. But as you guys also can see, that I'm in the confinements of where I stay. I'm not back in the studio, but the show's direction is now, I would like to actually go back into the studio to develop these 3 episodes on MS. So pray for me on that. I know some may be out of the state that may want to come and share their stories. We'll do that. I'll go into the studio, and then I'll bring you on via Zoom, as I have on my previous shows and so forth and so on. So if you're following me, if you're rolling with me, let me get some hi, Shar, give me a thumbs up or something like that, or just hey, thank you, Shar. Thank you, Shar. Said good topic. Yes, God is good. I just roll with what God says. So we'll go from there. But I won't linger longer. So I just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about what this is. What is multiple sclerosis? MS. You hear this term MS a lot, and sometimes some people don't really know what it is, and when they say MS, you don't really know. Of course, it's very simple. Like, as far as MS means multiple sclerosis, and we know that. And it's a chronic, often disabling autoimmune disease of the central nervous system, which the brain, talking the brain, we're talking the spinal cords and the optic nerves. And I'll get it deeper as the show goes on. Like I said, I'm just introducing this thing here as the show goes on. And these episodes start developing just a little bit, but and I always will give stats. Like, say, for instance, there's nearly 2.9 million people around the globe that are affected by MS. 2.9 million people, and within that, 1 million, nearly 1 million are in the United States. So these are stats that you can confirm whenever I say something. I'm just doing my study, and I'm going from there. But 2.9 million people are dealing with this around the globe, MS. So which tells me that it's a lot of people that are really affected by this. And I would hope that this show will bring awareness, like we're starting off doing, to where, as I will speak later, to where it will help some and encourage others that you're pretty much not alone, which I'll repeat later on. So, like I said, so as you can see, it's a touchy topic, but one that needs to be discussed. I've said that over and over. It has to be discussed, because I'm sure that you out there that are looking and watching me probably know a couple people or somebody that is affected by or with this, MS. And so that's why I say, while you're listening, if some trigger to you, please type it in the comments down below, and so that I can develop the episodes as we go forward. And during that first episode, I will give you more in-depth information with the stats versus women versus men, kids, so forth and so on. How long can you live with it? Can you and ways really to cope with it? And symptoms, of course. So all that will come on the first episode that I'm going to be actually developing. So again, this is just an introduction to MS. And again, I want to say I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm not none of that. I'm just a talk show host who pretty much wants to bring and will continue to bring awareness to topics that God gives me, and which He has. So, like at this time, what I would like to do, this is strange, it's different. I'm gonna leave the floor to the few that are here, and I'm gonna pause a little bit. Please give me some feedback. Please ask questions of my direction. Please share with me thoughts, give me ideas. I'm open to that. So I want to take the next 5 minutes to allow you to talk, to allow you to go forward and give me some ideas, and so we can move forward from there. Let's see, Stephanie Warren, thank you, Steph, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. So again, I see the people coming in, but right now, I kind of know how to do this, so I won't drag this show along. But what I'm looking for is, people that, some of you guys that have stories. If you have a story, if you know somebody that might share the story, please let me know. But I'm just going to go back and recap just a little bit. We're talking about multiple sclerosis, very serious disease, very serious. And I said earlier that 2.9 million people around the globe pretty much is affected by it. And in the United States, nearly 1 million people are dealing with it. He used a lot of numbers there. So that's why I said this topic is a serious topic. I know a few people offhand that are dealing with it, and I'll be reaching out to some to see if they would like to come on and possibly share. Not if they don't want to get their business, that's fine. But just so I'll say it later. But again, what I'm thinking is, I know for a fact. Should I say not thinking? I know for a fact that once you start sharing your stories and sharing how you're dealing with it and how you're coping, you will be definitely helping someone else, definitely. So, do I got anybody out there? Let me see these comments. I see the comments here. Okay. So just go ahead and type it in. It's okay. I'm not going to harp on it, but just know that you'll be a great help if you interact with me tonight, roll with me tonight. We're not going to be alone. This is just an introduction to where I want to go. And so let's see. I truly want you to really grasp the fact that a lot of people sometimes don't know that they have it. A lot of times, I'm just gonna speak from personal around people that I know. You have certain elements that you can easily relate it to neuropathy, or you can easily relate it to I drink too much coffee. But if those things keep happening, over and over and over, whatever that ailment is, and that issue is, the shakes and all these things, and the tightness, you should go get help, because you don't want to go with this, too long and not be able to get ahead of it or get on top of it, so that it can be under control. But a lot of times, like I said, don't be like a lot of us. I'm okay. I feel good. I feel better. Or it's just this. It's just that. If it keeps happening, go to the doctor and get checked. okay? Because I do know that that happened a few times with people that I know, and they came back, and it was as such. But they're coping, they're doing well. And so that's where we're at with this. Like I said, I'm just going to be real general tonight. Just talk about it a little bit, kind of ease up. And I know people come on this thing later and tonight, tomorrow, or whatever. And if you do come on, please put comments, suggestions, ask questions in the comments. I definitely go back and I definitely read the comments. So, and I did, like I said, this show, I'm not going long here tonight. I'm not going to do that. I'm just introducing, this topic on MS. Again, I would encourage you that if you just now came on and if you know someone who was dealing with it, if you're dealing with it, I encourage you to back message me. Let's talk about it. If it's something that the people need to hear, we'll talk about it. If you want to come on my show in person in the studio, let's go. We can do it. When I go back to when I did the shows on episodes on Alzheimer's and dementia, I mean, you would not believe the likes and the views and the love and the comments saying how much it helped, and how it eased a lot of tension within the person that were dealing with it. It was so helpful, and the people that said thank you for having that show, thank you for doing it, because I thought I was alone. So, and that's the thing right there. This show, I want it to be the same exact thing. I want you to comment on because if you're dealing with it, like I said, somebody on that other end, you don't know, somebody on that other end may be dealing with MS, and they think and if you're sharing, it help them feel like they're not alone. And not only that, they may hear something that triggers them to say, okay, this is what's happening, I need to go do that. So you're helping people along the way. It's not that you're airing your business. Now, if you don't want to air your business, let's not air your business. You can tell me stuff. You can type me things to say. I will not reveal your name. I will just say, hey, this is such and such. This is what they dealt with. This is what they did, and this is going on with them, and this is how they coping with it. Because the main thing now is coping. It's coping. Again, like I said, I'm not a doctor. Those are common things, to think about. So again, let's talk. If you have a show, if you have something, I'm sorry, that you want to come on the show, you want to talk about, hey, let's go. So let's see. Cam, what's up, Cam? Cam, love you, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in always, man. Always. So as far as notes is concerned, my notes, as far as anything I had on this, what I'm looking at now, I'm pretty much, I've covered it. Like I said, today's show is just pretty much going to talk about, just going to introduce MS, and then we're going to go into this thing deeper. And like I said, my goal is to develop 3 episodes and go from there. But wow, any comments, any questions? Let it go. Let's go. So, like I said, my show I normally go almost an hour and a half, hour. I'm not doing that this year. My shows are going to be 30 minutes like a regular show, and we're going to shut it down. And if whatever I don't finish tonight or the night of my show, we're going to move on to the next time. We'll pick it back up. But as you can see, this is a different night. I can see there's not a lot of eyes on here, people here. It's a different night. I normally do my shows on Tuesday nights. I've decided to go on Wednesday nights, so I knew that this was going to happen. People are jesting. Trust me, there's going to be a lot more people here. But I decided that Wednesday was a better night. Not just for me, it just seems like it's a better night midweek. People have already done a whole lot they need to do throughout the week. I don't want to hit people like, okay, they come from a hard, long weekend, and then they go work Monday, trying to get back, and then they gotta get on a talk show. I mean, that's just me. So I'd rather go midweek. You're more excited. You know what they call that, hump day. So you're more excited, more apt to come on and get on. you don't have to stay on. Just come on, get on, go on home, get back to where you got to get. But I just want you tuning in. So I just thank you guys. Really, I'm just gonna actually. I'm done with my notes. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing notes because my laptop and my phone really is not linked in or sunk in, should I say? So I want to just make sure that I'm actually, I don't miss anything. In other words, I don't want to miss anything. Yeah. Let's see, y'all. If you guys go ahead, you know me. Okay, here we go. I got some. Yeah, see, I have a lot of comments here. George, I love you too, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just all of the prayers, in the mornings. Shar says she's from, I know you are, Shar's in Shardale. She's in Idaho, way from Idaho. Yes. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So, yeah, you guys, everything all right out there? You guys, I always ask, just to kill time because I'm literally going to be off in 5 minutes. But how have everything been with you? You can always comment on my show. You know me, I'm always going to go a little personal here and there. But first, I do want to thank you guys who just came on for tuning in to the show and hearing what my shows are going to be about, at least for the next, I would say, 4 weeks on MS. And I'll be doing a lot more studying on this myself, and so that I can be aware of it more. So, because if I come in and talk about coping skills, which will probably come from someone else, but I want to be able to feel comfortable about what I'm saying. And so, but I do know that that's a staggering number, 2.9 million around the globe that are affected by MS, and 1 million people in the United States are affected. And the numbers it's rising from what I've read earlier. So it's happening, rapidly. So just know that we're going to hit it. And again, this is a talk show where it's an awareness show. I'm just making people aware of what's going on around the world, and in lieu of understanding that it's helping someone, it's going to help somebody. So at this time, this is going to be the first time that I stick to my word. Let me see. I'm really going to tune out. I'm really going to tune out, you guys. Isn't that something? I normally say, I'm going to be off here in 5 minutes, and I end up going like 35 minutes, but I'm not doing that tonight. Hit it. Let's get the business out the way and quit it. We will have a show. When I go on and just kicking in and chilling, we'll do that from my balcony, okay? But for the meantime, right now, thank you for tuning in to the Kid Taylor Talk Show. That's just how quick it's going to be. Do me a favor. If you're coming on, people that are coming on late, I'm talking to the ones that are latecomers, please go back and listen to it. And I ask you that perhaps next Wednesday, as we're coming on the show, that you would have ideas or that you may have some things that you want to share about MS. I am so open to that. But my plan is to have on somebody next week that are dealing with it, that can share the real. We can talk about certain things, but if you're dealing with it, you're sharing the real. So I love you guys. Anything you want to say to me, share with me. Hey, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. Love everybody. Until then, peace out, comment, back message, share, do whatever you need to do. But thank you for tuning in. Oh, I forgot to say this. If you please, I want to thank you first of all for your prayers, all of your support, the donations, the love, all that helps. And as I'm developing this show, I want you still to be able to share. I still want you, please, to pray and please support. Just support me. Come on the show. It don't necessarily have to be a donation. It can be just coming on and praying for me. And if the Lord leads as such, go ahead. But just know that that support is great. All of that, just you being here and you tuning into my shows are great. So I want to thank you. So thank you for tuning in again to the Kid Taylor Talk Show, where I am your host, Kitrick Taylor. Thank you. Good night.